I can't even believe that we are saying this, but welcome to day 21 of the Stacking Balance Challenge. 21 micro shifts for lasting results, and you're here. You are here on day 21. You did it. I want to take a second because I don't know if you understand how impressive that is. I don't know if you understand how amazing it is that you kept going. I mean, if you happen to be on YouTube and you're looking at the video counts, I bet they went down. I bet day 1 has way more views than day 21. If you are here on day 21, you are different. You are a finisher. You have truly taken this seriously. You have built momentum. I bet you have done it with your accountability pod, which means you're helping them all feel better, or they've been helping you, whatever it is. You've made serious shifts. You turned off distractions. That was day 1, and you reclaimed your focus. You started stacking good habits between days 2 and 20, and now you have these small, powerful wins that are built into your days. You've likely smiled more. You've hugged more. You've moved more. You felt more at peace, and science backs this up. Look at what these tiny changes have done for you. Day 4 was gratitude. Do you remember all the way back to day 4? Practicing daily gratitude, increasing your happiness by 25%. Day 6 was less phone time. Just having your phone in another room boosts your focus by 10%. Day 13, sending gratitude texts, expressing appreciation and strengthening relationships and lowering your stress levels. I mean, how many times have we talked about lowering stress levels? Day 19, letting go and donating. Clearing clutter, reducing cortisol, and creating more mental clarity. You cleared out your purse. You cleared out a surface. You cleared out a drawer. You let things go and donated them. Like, your physical spaces are less cluttered. There's more balance. There's more peace. Your mental spaces are less cluttered. There's more balance, more peace. Your relationships have been boosted and strengthened and lifted. All of these areas of your life with micro shifts. You didn't overhaul your life in the last 21 days. You just made tiny 1% shifts. But because you kept stacking them, the results were powerful. This is the compound effect in action. Small, daily choices shape your life far more than big one-time actions. Every micro shift builds momentum. The more you do, the easier it becomes. You didn't need more willpower. You just needed small, repeatable actions that gave you the willpower you'd been saying you wanted. And now you get to take this momentum and you get to keep going. But it's not over. I have one last one. It's 21 shifts. This is day 21. We've got one more. And here's the secret. I never intended for this challenge to end today. It might be the end of this podcast sequence, right? It might be the end of these episodes, but it's not the end of your progress. In fact, today, I want it to actually be your launch pad. Right now, you are feeling better, clearer, more in control. So now is the perfect time to assess where you want to go next. That's why today's challenge is about figuring out your next best micro steps with my simple life assessment. Now, you absolutely need your bonus pack. If for some reason you don't have that yet, you need to get it right now. So just if you're on your phone, if you're on your computer, wherever you are, open up a browser and put in 21.balancingbusy.com. So that's the number 21.balancingbusy.com so you can have access to the assessment. So go ahead, pause me, do that, and then come right back. Okay, so this is the simple life assessment. I have an entire podcast episode around this, how I use it with my private clients and my group membership. It's all in episode 84, which is the simple assessment that can make every area of your life better. I walk through the custom framework. I help you figure out exactly where to focus. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to take the assessment from your Stacking Balance resource pack, 21.balancingbusy.com. I have included the assessment for you, and you're going to rate each area of your life from 1 to 10. So 1 is absolute failing. I mean, it's just so heavy and hard. 5 is mediocre, okay. And 10 is I'm killing it. Give me my book deal. All right, here's the areas. First, marriage or your primary relationship, 1 to 10. Family. So I'm thinking about your kids and those closest relationships, 1 to 10. Home, like the actual state of your home. How does your home feel? 1 to 10. Exercise and health, 1 to 10. Rest and relaxation. Like, do you have that time to be still, to recharge? 1 to 10. Your business or your career, whatever that area is, 1 to 10. Creativity and growth. Okay, like how are you doing being creative, growing? I mean, you're on day 21, so I'm going to say you're giving yourself a pretty high mark, 1 to 10. And then the final one, spirituality, 1 to 10. So you're going to go through, you're going to do that assessment. Now, there are 3 bonuses. These are simple true or false, okay? 1 is novelty, the second is interaction, and the third is service. I have little descriptions for each one inside your Stacking Ballast resource pack, so you'll see those, but you're going to answer those too. And I want you to check in because if any of those are false, you're going to want to look for how you can turn those into a true statement. Now, the way that we utilize this assessment is we then look at each of these areas and you gave yourself a number and you ask yourself, what is one simple, small, manageable thing that I could do that would bring me from whatever number you gave yourself, let's say it's a 7, that would bring me from a 7 to an 8. Not from a 7 to a 10, not from a 1 to a 10, not from even an 8 to a 10. That would bring me up one single number. So 7 to 8 or 4 to 5. You're going to be tempted to feel like you need to do bigger, but you've just learned over these 21 days that micro shifts are very, very powerful. And that's how you use this assessment. Micro shifts. Now, you're going to come up with simple micro shifts in each of these areas, and then those are going to become your daily tasks. So, whichever area had the lowest score, start there. That's your biggest opportunity for improvement because even small shifts here, they're going to create huge change in how you feel every day. So, you're going to make your own micro stacking plan. Just like we did for these 21 days, you're going to pick one tiny shift to improve in each category and map it out for yourself. If you rated health and wellness low, maybe you start by drinking 1 more glass of water every day or adding those 500 steps and keeping them going. Maybe you are good with 500, so now you're ready to add another 500. If you rated your home low, maybe you begin with a 5-minute evening reset that just helps, or you choose to tackle one single room or area. Keep it small, keep it simple, and keep stacking. Step 4 is setting up and keeping that accountability. So text your accountability pod and tell them where you're wanting to focus. Tell them that you've made your next action items, that you're ready for them. That first micro shift that you're committing to, tell them about it. This does not have to be the end. This can actually be your launch pad that keeps you going and embracing and stacking balance so that it's not this fleeting thing, it's a lifestyle. You are walking proof now that small intentional shifts create powerful transformation. This isn't just about feeling better for 21 days. That's awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is awesome. But this is about continuing to create balance in every area of your life on your own terms. So here is my final challenge for you. Keep going, keep stacking, keep choosing small, meaningful actions that make your life better. And most importantly, don't do it alone. So text your accountability pod and tell them, what is the one micro shift you're keeping going forward? What area of your life are you focusing on first? And if you don't have it, grab the free Stacking Balance resource pack. You can get it right now at 21.balancingbusypodcast.com because this is the tool that will help you keep stacking momentum. This is not the end, it is the beginning. And it's definitely not the end of this podcast. So if you loved this, please stay with me. We will have another episode on Tuesday, 1 week from today. And that episode is going to be more about balancing busy, keeping your momentum, your motivation, you feeling centered, and me just getting to connect with you, keeping all of that going. So I hope that I get to see you next week on the Balancing Busy podcast. If you have loved this series, I would love to ask a favor of you. A small micro action that has big results. And that is, will you take a moment right now in your podcast platform, right where you are, and will you leave a 5-star review with just a sentence or two about how this series or the Balancing Busy podcast has helped you? Okay, you did this. You built the momentum, and now you get to keep stacking balance for the long haul. This is a lifestyle, and you are well on your way. I will see you next week for another episode on the Balancing Busy podcast. I'm Leah Remillet. I'm so happy that you have been here through this 21-day challenge with me. Thank you so much for joining me and being part of it. All right, I will see you next week.